In today's video, we're going to be talking about all of the differences between the Moto G Stylus 2025 and the brand new 2026 right here. Now, getting straight into this, we're going to start off with the most obvious one, and that is going to be the Stylus. The Stylus is a thicker stylus now. It's also a pointier stylus, a more fine stylus. Same as last time, though, with the Moto G Stylus 2025. It pops in, pops out, and it can go in either way that you want it to go. Now, the cool thing is that this is an updated stylus. So we do have charge points at the top. So this is going to be an active stylus. It's also going to have a little pointer on the screen right here, or a little cursor. So we're going to be able to have a more accurate experience with the Moto G Stylus 2026's stylus. And if we even go into the settings right here, we can see the battery life on the Moto G Stylus. As you see, it's at 100%. And I believe this lasts about 4 hours outside of the phone, and it takes about 20 to 30 minutes to fully charge this device up right here. But we have things like the toolbar to customize the pen tools. We also have pen controls on here as well, which are going to basically interact with the brand new button that we get on the side of the pen right there. We're going to go ahead and utilize that really quick though. You do have to be kind of close to the display to kind of use this. So if we press it, of course, all these tools are going to pop up. To go ahead and make a note, go ahead and annotate, go ahead and do whatever you want on here. Let's go ahead and take a look at the magnifier though. We kind of have to hover over the screen just slightly, a few millimeters away, to actually go ahead and use this. But these are pretty cool little tools that they give you right here. So, of course, it's going to be an active stylus. It's going to let you customize a bunch of different things inside the settings right here. But it also is going to have pressure sensitivity. It's going to have tilt detection. It's going to be more precise. And, of course, instead of notes, tapping, and simple sketches, we're going to have drawing, shading, and detailed writing. So, if you guys are animators out there, or you guys are artists, this is going to be a better and more updated stylus than we saw in the Moto G Stylus 2025. The next update we've seen on the Moto G Stylus 2026 is going to be that we have IP69 water and dust resistance in this device now instead of IP68. We actually have IP68 and IP69, so it's going to be a little bit tougher than the Moto G Stylus 2025. There's not going to be a crazy big difference right there. The biggest difference we're going to see throughout the entirety of this device, of course, is that stylus and also the display. Now, the Moto G Stylus 2025 had a 3000 nits peak brightness display, and the Moto G Stylus 2026 actually has a 5000 nits peak brightness display on this. So this is going to be easily viewable in direct sunlight outside. It's going to be an extremely bright display on this. The other update that we're going to be getting is we have Android 16 out of the box on here compared to Android 15. It's kind of a standard practice. Motorola gives you usually the most recent Android software on their brand new Note series devices or their Stylus series devices. So it's no different there. We're also going to get 2 years of OS updates and 3 years of security patches on this device as well. Same thing as the processor inside of here. I know it's sad. It's kind of one of the weirdest things that Motorola did. I thought they were going to put at least a Snapdragon 6 Gen 4, at least a 7 series Snapdragon processor inside of here, but we have the same Qualcomm Snapdragon 6 Gen 3 as last year. However, there is a big upgrade that I feel like nobody is talking about. Now, it looks like we have UFS 3.1 compared to UFS 3.2. This is a high-speed flash storage standard for mobile devices, and it is going to be quicker than the UFS 2.2 that we saw on the Moto G Stylus 2025 edition. So UFS 3.1 is actually significantly faster, it's more power efficient, and generally found in higher end 5G enabled phones or even flagship devices, offering better long-term performance. And of course, UFS 2.2, the UFS that we saw inside of the Moto G Stylus 2025, that of course is going to be a capable, cost-efficient standard suited for mid-range everyday devices. So of course, we're going to have a higher, more efficient flash memory on the Moto G Stylus 2026. So of course, we're going to get better results. It's going to be a quicker phone all around. It's going to be snappier. And in general, it's going to be a better phone. The last couple things in this device, we're going to have a 5200 milliamp battery inside of here compared to a 5000 milliamp battery. And this device is going to be $499 on release compared to last year's Moto G Stylus 2025 that released it at $399. So those are the differences between the Moto G Stylus 2025 versus the 2026. Of course, I don't think this is enough to make someone update from the Moto G Stylus 2025 to the 2026. If you guys are going to do that either way, then go ahead and do it. You are getting a better phone overall. I feel like you're getting a more refined version of the G Stylus 2025, but I don't think it's enough to update. Maybe if you're with the 2024 or 2023, maybe then it makes a little bit more sense. Overall, those are the differences between the 2025 Moto G Stylus and the 2026. If you have any other questions, leave them in the comment section down below, but hopefully you guys have a beautiful rest of your day. This has been Safon from TechRight. Peace out, Tech Gang.